Hey, what's up guys? It's Chris here. We're doing another Q&A. I didn't expect to get more questions, but lo and behold I did. We're going to go ahead and just get right to it. Again, if you guys want to send me questions, go to this address right here on screen, and you don't have to make an account. You can have your username always submitted. It's free. You don't have to do anything crazy with it. If you don't want to make an account, it's totally cool. Just leave your username or leave the name you want me to credit you as at the end of the question. So this first question comes from Johns, X26, my buddy Errol, chilling out. He says, sigh. If you had to handcraft an item where you have it with you everywhere you go, what would it be? If I had to handcraft something that I would then have to carry with me wherever I go. Now, do you mean specifically carry? Because if just like have in my person. Because if that's the case, I would just handcraft something simple, something like an earring or something like that, or just like some cool piece of woodcraft, something that wouldn't be too cumbersome, you know, just like an earring or a necklace. I would just craft an accessory that I could wear all the time and forget that I'm wearing it, while also adding to my appearance, because, you know, I'm all about the appearance. Next we have from Nun Sapphire 2, what's the worst thing you've ever put in your mouth? Well, it depends on if you want to keep this PG or if you want to keep this, you know, between adults. If I'm being honest, the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth was battery acid. This is the first thing that comes to my head is I ate battery acid as a kid. I didn't eat it, but I've talked about this briefly before, where I got battery acid on my fingers from a leaking battery and putting it in like my Game Boy Color back when I was a kid. And as a kid, it started burning my finger. I'm like, oh no! So the first thing I do is I put it in my mouth to soothe the burning, and I ended up with battery acid in my mouth. So yeah, probably the worst thing was burning my mouth with literal acid. That was not a fun time. Next we have, this is from the letter A, capital A. Not a question, merely a statement, but if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be half as content or fulfilled thanks to your encouragement. I'm glad I can inspire. I'm glad I can bring positivity to people, because that's always been like one of my main goals when making any kind of content, is just to leave an impression on people, a positive impression, and sort of show them that if I can do it, you can do it, kind of thing, you know? So that's just kind of the mentality I try to show to people. This is from Randall Figs. Do you have any nicknames? I mean, sometimes Sam used to call me Linkin when we first met. People at work call me Linkin because there's two other Chris's there. So there's Topher, there's Big Chris, and then there's me, and then so they just call me Linkin. They gave me another little nickname. I haven't been called it very many times. I don't remember what it was, but it was something really silly. Technically, Chris's nickname, because my full name is Christopher, obviously, but it's without an O, it's with an I, Christopher, not Christopher. So Chris technically is my nickname, then you have Lincoln, and then I tried to give myself the nickname back in like middle school. I tried to give my nickname Bert, B-E-R-T, because I like to do the Bert slide when skateboard. If you don't know what that is, it's where you go up to a ramp, up to an incline of some sort, you put your hands on the ground, and you kind of like slide your board up the ramp and then go back down it. It was a Bert slide, and so I tried to give myself the nickname Bert. Didn't go over well. This is from 101 Monkey. Are you happy? The ultimate question in life, the thing that drives everybody, happiness. For the most part, yes. Generally, I am happy, a lot happier than I used to be, because whenever I start to feel sad, I compare to how my life used to be, what I have now compared to back then, and how hard I have worked. And I do have to shove my own accomplishments in my face to make myself realize just how far I have come, and then I'm happy, you know. I shook my flashlight on. I'm not as happy as I could be, because no one's ever perfectly happy. There's always some issues in your life, and there's always things I want to accomplish. You know, I want to be financially sound. I don't want to have to go to a day job that sucks all the time, and I want to be able to do all the stuff that I love for a living and enjoy it all the time, but that's not the reality. I'm not that lucky, so in that sense, I'm not happy, but I'm happy overall with how my life has gone so far, despite tragedy. This is from Reggie Rocks. What is your earliest memory? I think this is my earliest memory. I believe I was maybe 5 or so years old, and I remember my grandmother, my Nana, used to run a daycare called the Red Hill Daycare, and that's where I met my friend Sean. That's where I met a whole lot of people. I knew I was the only kid who was really good at coloring inside the lines. I was like, yeah, I'm really good at coloring inside the lines. I got this. So I challenged like 2 other kids, I don't know who they were, to a coloring contest to see who could stay inside the lines the best, knowing I would beat them. That's what I think I remember. I don't know. There's probably a memory somewhere, you know, charred and calcified in the back of my brain that I just can't access for whatever reason, but this is from Drew Cooper. What's your favorite book of the Bible? I have not read the Bible. I've read sections going in periods when I was a kid in church, and as a young adult in church. When I was going through a rough patch, I went to church with some friends, and we read verses and passages and some chapters, or not really chapters, but sections. But I don't honestly know. I've never read the Bible completely, and I don't remember a lot of it, so I don't have one. Next is Felicia, fill me up. Would you do me? There are a lot of factors that depend on would I do you or not. And the first one being, Sam, do I have your permission? No, I wouldn't do anything like that. Come on. Next is from Smug Jug Lumps. Who's your favorite / least favorite Bleach character? Oh, cool. Bleach question. One of my least favorite characters, Urahara, is probably my favorite character. I like Urahara a lot. No, you know what? I think it would have to be the little tiger, the little lion doll. I don't remember his name. It's been a long time since I've seen Bleach. But the little tiger doll, lion doll. I keep saying tiger. The little tiger doll annoyed the crap out of me. I just wanted to kick him in the face constantly. And Rukia annoyed the crap out of me too. Though I liked Rukia and I respected her and what she was doing in her power, she still annoyed the shit out of me. Like, I think it was more of her English dub that got under my skin. She was just Bakudo 33. Just. This is from Marky Mark, M-A-R-K-E-E, Mark. Gay, question mark? No, question mark? This one's from Anastasia Winklewarmer, I believe is how you pronounce that. Do you ever watch other live streams? Honestly, not very often. I like live streaming, I like making videos, but whenever it comes to watching videos on YouTube, I prefer edited videos over live streams. However, sometimes I do sit and I watch Drifter play Call of Duty live. I occasionally watch Achievement Hunter when they do, if I'm there for their live streams. A lot of times whenever people do live stream, I'm either streaming or I'm working on other projects. I'm not just kind of sitting around, you know, able to watch them. A lot of times they're live streams that got done and uploaded as the full live stream, and I'll watch it there. I occasionally do catch, like I said, Drifter's Call of Duty live streams, and I'll watch those. And sometimes I'll stop in to see what Ray's up to. But no, honestly, I don't really watch live streams that much, and I feel like I really should, but I just don't. I don't know. I find myself having to either pay too much attention or too little attention to a live stream, so I don't know. Next is from Hannah Troutlips again. What makes you get out of bed in the morning? Obligation. It's weird because I like to push myself. I like to stay up late. I like to work on stuff, but when it comes to going to bed, I don't like waking up. I hate mornings. I hate getting myself out of bed. The best way to get me out of bed the fastest is honestly to be forced to go somewhere. I have to go to work. I had to go to school. I have an appointment, or I have a strict time obligation, and that will make me get out of bed. But if it's up to me, it's a day off, I struggle to get out of bed because it's so comfy. It's so comfy, man. Because I'm not motivated in the morning is a problem. I'm most motivated at night. And after I get out, and like before I go to work and stuff, I'm most motivated. But in the morning, I'm not motivated at all to do anything. It's such a slow start a lot of times, which sucks. This is from Letitia Fandango. Have you ever made or been the victim of a prank call? I think I've been around people, like listening to them on speakerphone make a prank call. No, I don't think I did. I did have a prank voicemail. God damn it. I had a prank voicemail at one point where my voicemail was, hello? Hey, what's up? Nothing. Oh, by the way, this is the voicemail. You're an idiot. And then it would go to voicemail. I would like paste the voicemail to make it sound like I answered and stuff, and it worked. And I had a voicemail like Jake was just like, God damn it! Every time you keep changing it and it sounds different, and I keep thinking it's you. Fucking call me, asshole. I used to do that all the time. It's so stupid. But then whenever that would happen with like a business phone call, it's like, yeah, this is legally important. You need to call. I was like, shit. I should probably not do that. And then I did get prank called once, I believe. I got prank called. It was something about, it was like middle school, and somebody called me referencing like tentacle hentai, and I'm like, how do you know this? Like, who the fuck are you? I never figured out who it was. But yeah, somebody prank called me knowing that I liked tentacle hentai, so that happened. Next, we got Alan again. What's something you do better than anyone else? Fail! I always fail! Miserably, better than anyone. Don't try it at home. I'm a professional failure. It says so in my Twitter bio. In all seriousness, I've talked about this before in like a DeviantArt post where I felt like everyone has that one thing that they excel at, that they're always good at, that they can always hold high. So like, at least I can do this above all else. I don't think I really have that. I'm above average or mediocre at a lot of things, but nothing in life do I excel at besides being endlessly stubborn and refusing to die. Next we got from The Little Mermaid. How do you do that thing you do? I just do. Wesley Dale 99 asks, do you have a favorite smell? I used to consider lemon to be my favorite smell, but that has since changed. I don't have a absolute #1 smell, but I do enjoy a lot of smells. Like just the smell of New Hampshire in general. The air is so clean, it's so nostalgic. I love that. Freshly cut grass is obviously amazing. Like legitimate, like walk outside after you're done cutting grass and it smells amazing. Funny enough, I like the smell of gasoline. I guess just clean air, just in general. Waking up early in the morning, or stepping outside very early in the morning at first daylight with the dew on the grass and the world just peaceful and quiet and just not hostile at all, and just taking in that air, I think might be one of my favorite smells, or my, I guess, smell to sensation. I really enjoy hazelnut. That's a good smell too. Alright, last question. We have Adam Pickles. Have you ever had a fight or falling out with a friend? Well, we've all had fights with friends, right? You know, we've all had, I've had a couple fights with my friend Jake with a lot of stupid things, just both of us being incredibly stubborn and immature sometimes. We've had fights. We had not a falling out, but we had a separation for a little bit, then we came back together and we're doing good and everything. I've definitely had falling out with friends, like, but they were like high school fickle friends who were just like, we only talked mostly at school, sometimes hung out outside of school kind of thing. But a lot of times it was with my friends as they got older, as they started to smoke pot and they discovered how much I hated pot. They bagged on me for that, and we had falling out because like, you guys are fucking idiots and stuff like that. So there was a couple of minor fallouts, but I didn't really have a lot of friends in general to have falling outs with. It was mostly two friends, like Jake and Sean, who are actual friends I hung out with all the time and I really cared for, and then there was like schoolmates, you know, associates, and people are like, yeah, I like Jeff, yeah, Connor's cool, kind of thing, and but they were just kind of, you know, talk outside of, you know, after graduating, and some of them had fallouts during school over stupid little things, or my immaturity. I remember I once, don't think this is me now, but I once posted on Facebook saying nobody in 9/11 died a hero. They all just died, you know, because of the tragedy. You know, they didn't die heroes. They were just doing their thing and they died, which obviously I'm a moron at the time. I wasn't thinking clearly. I was just, I like to hate. I like to hate things that people like. So when everyone's posting is like, rip, oh, 9/11, what a sad day, which yes it is. Back then I was just like, fuck all your people with your stupid things. 9/11, nobody died a hero. What are you doing, Chris? You're an idiot. Obviously, all the people who were trying to, you know, save people from the tragedy that was happening, and all the police and the firemen and the ambulance, everyone there, you know, lots of people died. People did die a hero, and that was really, really stupid of me. Really ignorant. I'm so mad that I did something like that. But I used to do a lot of really stupid stuff like that. Honestly, probably just for the attention, because I like the attention. I still like attention. I like to get attention. So, but I don't do stupid things like that. I'm smarter than I used to be. So, and that caused a lot of people to kind of, you know, flip me the finger and stuff. So anyways, guys, that is, I'm not centered. There we go. Kinda. Yeah, there we go. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today's Q&A number 2. That was about 20 or 21 questions, give or take. And again, if you want to ask me questions, well, bam! Leave them right here. And just leave your name at the end of the question or something like that. So, anyways, guys, if you want to see the first one or any other old Q&As, I will have the other Q&A playlist up here on screen for you guys to click on. And just be wary, a lot of these are old. I've only done one new one outside of this, so yeah, some bad Q&As. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe for more, become a patron today, and just stop by my live streams, even though I don't watch others. I'll see you guys later. Bye.